Now let us learn the depression of freezing point. So this is another colligative property. So depression of freezing point is another colligative property. First of all, let's see what is freezing point. So freezing point is the temperature at which the liquid begins to freeze or solidify, or the temperature at which the solid begins to melt. So both the points are same. So the solid begins to melt, that point, and the liquid begins to freeze. Both these points are same. That point is called a freezing point. So both these points are same. We can say that the solid state and liquid state coexist at that temperature. So that temperature is called a freezing point. So in freezing point, the solid state and liquid state coexist. So that is called a freezing point. Now what is the vapor pressure? Vapor pressure at freezing point. So let us check what is the vapor pressure at a freezing point. Actually, the vapor pressure of the solid becomes equal to the vapor pressure of the liquid. So that point is called the freezing point. So at freezing point, the vapor pressure of the solid become equal to the vapor pressure of the liquid. So if this is a solid, this has a vapor pressure Vp1 and it melts and liquid forms, and this liquid has again a vapor pressure Vp2. So when Vp1 equal to Vp2, the vapor pressure of the solid become equal to vapor pressure of the liquid. So that point is actually called the freezing point. So at freezing point, the vapor pressure of the solid and the vapor pressure of the liquid become equal. So that is called a freezing point. Now let us see what is the vapor pressure of the solution at its freezing point. So for a solution actually freezes. A solution freezes when the vapor pressure of the solution becomes equal to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent. So a solution freezes. So in the case of a solution, the freezing point is actually when the vapor pressure of the solution becomes equal to vapor pressure of the solid solvent. So when the vapor pressure of the solid solvent, so when it is in the solid state, it has a vapor pressure. That solvent has a vapor pressure. And when that vapor pressure of the solid solvent become equal to vapor pressure of the solution, at that point, the solution freezes. That is about the solution's freezing point. Now, consider a solution where a non-volatile solute is added. A non-volatile solute is added to a pure volatile solvent. We have seen that the vapor pressure of the resulting solution, will be lowered. So that we have already seen. So non-volatile solute is added to a pure solvent. The vapor pressure of the resulting solution will be lowered. So in this case, vapor pressure of the resulting solution will be lowered. So at that time, the vapor pressure is the vapor pressure of the solution when it becomes equal to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent. At that time, the solution freezes. So, in this case, the freezing point of this solution, is actually the vapor pressure of the solution become equal to vapor pressure of the solid solvent. So that point is the freezing point of this solution, and we know that it is lower than the vapor pressure of the pure solid solvent. So the vapor pressure of the resulting solution will be lower. So vapor pressure of the resulting solution is lower than that of the pure solvent. So we can say that the freezing point decreases in this case. So we can say the freezing point decreases. So the vapor pressure becomes equal at a lower temperature. So in this case, we can say the vapor pressure of the resulting solution become equal to the vapor pressure of the solid solvent at a lower temperature. So we can say the freezing point decreases in the case of this solution. So it will be more clear while drawing a graph between vapor pressure and temperature. So this is actually a graph between vapor pressure and temperature for solvent and solution. So for the solvent, the first phase, that is AB, so that curve indicates the liquid state. So the curve AB indicates the liquid state and curve BC indicates the solid state. And we know that when these two states coexist, at that point is actually the freezing point. So this point B, the solid state and liquid state coexist, and this point is actually the freezing point of that solvent or the freezing point of that liquid. So this freezing point can be T0F. So T0F is the freezing point of that solvent. So at that time, the pressure, the vapor pressure is actually the same for both the state. So we know that the vapor pressure, so the vapor pressure of the solid and the vapor pressure of the liquid become equal. At that point, the liquid freezes. So that point is called the freezing point. So B is that point. So at this point B, the solid state and liquid state coexist, and at this point the vapor pressure become equal. So both the case or both the states is having the same vapor pressure at B, and that point is called T0F, or it is the freezing point of the pure solvent. Now let us see what is the case with solution. So in this case, this is the liquid state. When it starts from liquid state to solid state, when it changes from liquid state to solid state, or when it solidifies, that means at this point, that means E is the point where this liquid solidify. That means the vapor pressure of the solution, become equal to vapor pressure of the solid solvent. That is at this point, and that point is actually the freezing point of the solution. So that is indicated by TF. So TF is actually the freezing point of the solution. So this curve is actually, DE is the curve that indicates solution, which is lower than the other curve, since we know that the vapor pressure of the solution will be lowered when we are adding a non-volatile solute. So the curve is at a lower position than the other curve. So DE is the curve which indicates the solution, and this liquid starts freezing and it freezes at this point. That means at E it freezes. So at that point, the vapor pressure of the liquid or the solution and the vapor pressure of the solid state become equal. So at this point is called a TF and or the freezing point of the solution. So from the graph we can say T0F. So when temperature increases from left to right, so T0F is greater than TF. So from the graph it is clear T0F is greater than TF. That means the freezing point of the solvent, the pure solvent, is more than the freezing point of the solution. So T0F is greater than TF. So there is a difference, that is delta TF. So delta TF is the difference between T0F and TF. So this is called, this delta TF is called depression of freezing point. So depression of freezing point is actually the difference between the freezing point of the solvent and the freezing point of the solution. That is the depression of freezing point. Now let us see what is the observation from experiments. So experimentally we can say for dilute solution the delta TF is always directly proportional to molality M. So delta TF is directly proportional to molality. So delta TF is equal to the proportionality constant Kf into M. So Kf is the proportionality constant and that is called a molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant. And we can define Kf. Kf is equal to delta TF when M is equal to 1. So Kf can be defined as it is equal to depression of freezing point of a 1 molar solution. So when M is equal to 1, Kf is equal to delta TF. And the unit of Kf is equal to kg per mole. So it is similar to that of Kb. So in the case of Kb or elevation in boiling point, we have seen the unit. Likewise, unit of Kf is equal to kg per mole. Now let us see what is molality. So molality is actually M equals number of moles of the solute Nb per kilogram of the solvent. So Wa by 1000. That means per kilogram of the solvent. So mass of the solvent in kg. So molality is equal to number of moles of the solute per mass of the solvent in kg. That is why we have divided it with 1000. So instead of M, we can write this expression, that is delta TF is equal to Kf into Nb divided by Wa by 1000. So instead of Nb, we can write mass by molar mass. So Nb, number of moles of B equals mass of B divided by molar mass of B. So that is equal to Kf into Wb by Mb, the whole divided by Wa by 1000. So that is equal to Kf into Wb into 1000 divided by Mb into Wa. So delta Tf is equal to, so this is the expression for depression of freezing point. So delta Tf is equal to Kf into Wb into 1000 divided by Mb into Wa. So using this equation, we will find out the molar mass of unknown solute. So, molar mass of unknown solute, that is Mb. So, Mb is the molar mass of solute. So, this will be calculated by using this expression. Here Mb equals molar mass of solute and Wa equals mass of solvent. Then Wb equals mass of solute. Then Kf equals molar depression constant. Then delta Tf equals depression in freezing point. So, using this expression, we can find out the molar mass of unknown solute. So, this is about depression of freezing point.